Hello and welcome to the Dogs Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Katie.
Katie, how's it going?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited.
Good, me too. Episode 1. It's about to be in the books here.
The maiden voyage.
The maiden voyage. Katie, tell our listeners what's this podcast all about?
Well, listeners, we're looking at the underdogs, the overlooked moments, the unsung heroes of sports. We're going to look at some wonderful, wildly underrated sports stories that tickle the minds of, if you're a stat nerd like my brother,
Hey,
casual fan, or, if you're somebody that's just there to watch for the concession stand nachos like myself, we're here for you. Matt is going to be your friendly neighborhood stats guy, and I'm just here. I don't know why I'm here, honestly. I don't know.
you just showed up.
I just showed up.
Rolled in.
But I'm here.
But you're there.
I'm here to support
the person who's here. So that's what it's all about. That's what this podcast is going to be all about. It's kind of like not like the headliners, in
Right.
sports. It's not Tom Brady's New England Patriots. It's not Michael Jordan's Bulls. It's
the dogs.
It's the dogs. It's the untold story. So that's what this is all about. Katie, since you're just here, since you just pulled up, tell the people about your level of sports knowledge and overall interest.
Why are you laughing, man?
Because I know you.
All right. Well, I've been around sports my whole life.
Yeah, you've been in sports.
I've played some sports. I was on the 6th grade middle school basketball team, and I think I was asked to leave at one point because I was so bad. But I watch some sports. I would say, I'm not really following anything super closely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll leave it there for now.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
But I like sports.
You like sports. You were also a collegiate sailor. I feel like that
I was
should
a collegiate sailor.
You were on the sailing team at University of Wisconsin.
University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Exactly.
The Badgers.
Badger up.
But you're the sports guy, and I feel like that's been my connection to sports my whole life.
Yes. I will say with a caveat, though, I don't want everyone to be like, oh, Matt knows all, Mm-hmm. I would say, for myself, I know baseball very well. Mm-hmm. I follow super closely. I watch most of the Cubs games. Mm-hmm. I am following that mm-hmm. to a T.
Yeah.
For football, if my team is good, which is the Chicago Bears, and this is maybe the only good season they've had in a very long time, I will be probably tuning into most games. And I'll be keeping track, fantasy, whatever. But I will say, if it's Sunday, I'd probably rather, do an activity than sit down and watch football all day. I feel like mm-hmm. I should, be mm-hmm. clear about that. Mm-hmm. And for, basketball, which number 3, I'm really just keeping track of stats. Except for, when the Bucks were on the crazy run.
Yeah.
We were
That's
watching every game.
That's crazy to me, that you're just keeping track of stats. That's crazy to me.
Well, it's interesting to me. I like to know what's going on, And by the way, Bagel.
We have a dog.
We have a dog in the podcast room, so if you hear any barking, it's probably Bagel. Yeah, go buy your Auntie Katie Bagel. So anyways, okay, so that's kind of where we're at. I do have a couple follow-ups. So which teams would you say you follow the closest? Which I know you said you don't really follow.
Yeah, well, so if we're talking about my favorite teams, Milwaukee Bucks have my heart.
Yeah.
Cubs would be my baseball team.
Yeah.
We're originally from the Chicagoland area.
It's good to know for sure.
Yeah, we should
live
just
in
get
Milwaukee.
that out in the open.
We live in Milwaukee, but we're from Chicago.
And
Chicagoland
I am really not a football gal, but I the Bears.
You just watched your first football game.
I did, and I was into it.
Yeah, you just watched your first full football game.
Yeah, and I was into it.
Last weekend. Yeah, that was probably one of the better games to watch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think what I need, what really gets me into the game is knowing the players.
Yeah. And their little personalities.
Yeah. And they're like a good teammate and what their life is like.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah. For sure. Who are some of your favorite players that you've kept an eye on over the years?
Well, keep an eye on is a strong way to put this, but
like when we're watching a game together, which isn't super consistent.
I love Bobby Portis.
Yeah,
Bobby is my guy.
Bobby Portis is a power forward / center for the Milwaukee Bucks. It has been so
fun to watch him come to Milwaukee, and everybody just freaking loves that guy.
Yeah.
I loved Drew Holiday when he was on the Bucks.
Yeah,
he's just a good guy.
Yeah, Drew Holiday, point guard.
Never forget Ersan Ilyasova. He was my original.
Yeah, he was your intro
Bobby.
into the Bucks, kind of.
Yeah. So, I'm drawn to those guys that don't get, all the...
They don't get the center.
Yeah, but they're just...
The limelight.
Little cuties.
Yeah, little cuties. Okay. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, for me, I mean, that I'm a huge Anthony Rizzo guy, so Cubs legend, but followed him super closely after the fact. And then... Yeah, I mean, after that, I feel like I'm wide open now. He retired last year, so I'm just I'm kind of lost.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, it's tough. I was a Derek Lee fan growing up, so I definitely got a Cubs first baseman thing going. I think my new person, I don't know for sure, but I think it's going to be PCA. I think it's Pete Crow Armstrong, center fielder for the Chicago Cubs. I think that's who I'm going to be following, but we'll see. So, anyways, Katie, how did you become a Milwaukee Bucks fan? How and when and why?
Well, so here's the deal. I moved to Milwaukee after I graduated school, UW-Madison.
Nice.
Moved to Milwaukee, and I felt like I needed to adopt a team. Mm-hmm. And, I grew up a Cubs fan, so I can't really go to the Brewers. That just kind of fell out of the question at the time.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Going to UW-Madison, most of my friends were Packer fans, and I'm sorry, but they're just
can't do that.
Super annoying.
Yeah.
So I did everything I could to not be a Packer fan. So then I'm gonna be a Bear fan.
Yeah.
And so I picked the Bucks.
Yeah.
And I should also say, people are like, well, why don't you like the Bulls?
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of missed that big Bull era.
We did. We really did. Other than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was like the little bit of electric energy.
But yeah, we weren't.
There wasn't
were we
a lot
alive
of good
with
Bulls teams. No.
MJ,
you were alive for 3 of those.
Oh, okay.
2 of those. I think the last one was 97, 97, 98. So when I was an infant. But yeah, I can understand why you weren't super tied to the Bull, to be honest. There was a lot of tough years there.
Yeah.
So then, when did you move to Milwaukee again?
It was 2016.
Okay, so 2016 you became a Bucks fan.
Yeah, and so
that was like the beginning of Giannis? Like
it was.
When he started to ramp up?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of key to this, because I remember when I moved to Milwaukee,
Yeah.
like we would go to the Bucks games kind of as a joke, or just like something to do.
Yeah.
Because, they weren't really good, and the tickets were super cheap.
Yeah.
Tickets were super cheap. Tickets were super cheap, something to do, and then eventually, we were like, okay, these guys are
kind of good,
and it's kind of fun to watch them.
Yeah,
it was Giannis and Chris, and it was fun.
Yeah, it's funny because I think 2016 is probably right when he started to get good.
Yeah,
because it's not like he was this big thing coming in. It was there's this guy from Greece, and he's a little skinny Larry. Yeah. That adds up. And
so I think the timing was key.
And I think I do remember, so I was just starting school, right? Penn State. And that's when you were, that makes sense. So that's when you were kind of living in Milwaukee, and you were like, Matt, I think we should follow the Bucks.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I was like the biggest Bulls fan growing up, but I was definitely like a Bulls fan and a massive Derrick Rose fan. And I was like, okay, well, I'll like help you follow them sort of thing and like keep track of how they're doing. Yeah.
I need help.
Keep track of how they're doing, let you know, so we can both stay posted. But then I think you got me like a Giannis jersey, I think in 2016. And I was like, okay, I'm bought in now.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute. That was cute of me.
It was cute of you. And then I was like, okay, I'm in. And we hit it right at the perfect time. The
we
ramp
did.
up 2016 to 2021 that was so much fun. The golden age of the Bucks, to watch them ramp up and get all these little guys and you know, we say little a lot too. I feel like we should make a note of that.
And
little just means like they're cool,
like we
they're
love
cute.
them.
They're great.
We love them.
Yeah, we love them because
Little
they're not
means love.
little guys. Like Brooke Lopez is 7 feet tall.
But
you know?
yeah, they're lovable.
Yeah, they're little. Nice. Okay, so I think that paints the picture right of where you and I are at with Bucks fandom, and I
think it's good to come clean about that.
We want to
express our bias.
Be upfront. We get it. Like we probably one day will get hate from moving from Bulls to Bucks, but it's not all about geography, you know. Like
no, it's not.
We live here, you know.
Yeah, you can pick what you want.
You can pick what you want.
Yeah,
pick what you want. All right, so that's that. We need to talk about Giannis. The main part of this episode is going to be about Giannis's brother, Thanasis, who's also in the NBA. But without Giannis, there's no Thanasis. Without Thanasis, there's no Giannis.
I think the latter of that is the truest. Without Thanasis,
there's no Giannis.
As we will come to express.
That'll be the conclusion of this episode. Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about Giannis. He probably doesn't need a huge intro, but okay, actually first, let me do this. Who do you think are the household NBA names? Like that, like your classic Joe Schmo, like I'll go upstairs and my fiance, Alyssa, will know this. Oh, have heard of this name. Like the very, very, very casual fan.
Okay.
They know the names.
Okay. I know I should have practiced this. LeBron James.
Yep. Ding, 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 for sure.
The tall, slender man.
There's a lot of those.
The guy who like slinks around.
Jokic?
No.
Not Jokic? Oh, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, okay. So Kevin Durant.
Steph Curry.
Yep, 100%. I think there's 3 more.
Okay, there's those guys whose names are like interchangeable, like Joakim.
Not Joakim, no. And not Joakim. Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic, I think, are who you're thinking of, right?
They are both household names?
I would say so. Maybe lesser than those other 3 for sure, but yeah, I would say so. And then Giannis.
And Giannis.
Yeah.
That's
I think
crazy.
those are, they're like, if you're a big NBA fan, there's probably a bunch of other names, obviously, that you would say, but I think those are like the 5 or 6 that like you go up to someone on the street and you'd be like, who's Steph Curry? They'd be like, NBA player. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay, so maybe I'm stretching it. LeBron for sure.
LeBron for sure.
But don't you think most people have heard of Giannis?
So that's the thing. I don't know.
I think he's a household name.
feel like it's hard to know outside of my Milwaukee bubble.
Yeah, that's
But
funny.
I mean, I guess so, because wasn't he on the cover of those 2 little games you play? And like,
I don't think he was. Maybe.
I think
he's on the cover of something.
And he was an MVP.
Yeah.
Couple
We're going to go
years.
into that. Yeah.
So I guess he probably is, but
I think he is.
Crazy to me.
If you say Giannis Antetokounmpo to the average person, and you said, who is that? I think the average person in the U.S. be like, he's an NBA player. I think.
That's awesome.
Okay. So, all right, we've established that, and we're saying that to the casual fan so that they know that Giannis is a big deal.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we're getting at. So if you don't follow the NBA super closely, I just want to give some bullets on Giannis, and you step in because you know Giannis too. He's probably one of the most likable guys in the NBA. Like, it's so clear that he's super loyal to his family, his friends, his teammates, his team, his city, Milwaukee. He is like absorbed Milwaukee. Milwaukee has absorbed him. Obviously, there's a little bit of a question mark right now if he's going to be here for a
Okay,
long time.
don't say that.
I'm just saying. A little bit. There's been talk. I'm not saying he said anything, but like clearly he's not extremely happy with where the team is headed. It doesn't matter. That's besides the point. He's been here for a long time. He's been here 10 plus years, you know. He's definitely like a true came from nothing and is now standing at the top of the world kind of guy, you know, as well, which adds to his story and makes him super believable and likable. He's a 2-time MVP, so the best player in the NBA for 2 seasons.
Was it 2 seasons straight, like back to back?
That's a good question. I think so.
We can come back to that.
Yeah, we might have to come back to that because the Wi-Fi is super slow down here. But I'm pretty sure it was. It's loading. We'll come back to that in a second.
Okay.
2021 NBA champ, so best team in the biz, and he led that team for sure alongside, you know, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez, and the boys. He has been in the top 5 for MVP every single season since 2018, which is a crazy stretch of, first of all, just like healthiness, no injuries. Yes, it was back-to-back MVPs.
Wait, what does that mean? Like, there's a roster of 5 guys that they're selecting from?
So it's like a voting process, and essentially he's top 5 in the voting for every single season since 2018. So it'll be like, if you go, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but if you go on their basketball reference page, it'll say like MVP 2, MVP 3. So he came in 3rd place for the MVP in that season. So he was back to back MVP 1s 2018, 2019. Those were the years. Okay. Just so you're aware. He was a defensive player of the year too. So just so people know that he's not just all points, he's also an electric defender. He's a 9-time All-Star. So pretty much it looks like it's every season since like the come up. So since like 2015, 2016. Once again, right when you became a Bucks fan. Like I said, extremely likable guy. He's always up to like funny antics when he's not in Greek freak mode, and I say Greek freak, that's his nickname. He's from Greece, and he's also a freak at basketball.
Okay, I just want to interject here.
Please.
So I learned this the other day. Yeah. Do you know where that name came from?
I don't. No.
It was a little kid at a game put that on a sign.
And that's when it took off?
And at first, Giannis and his little manager were like, I don't know how we feel about this, but then they just freaking ran with it.
Yeah.
It was a kid.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I mean, and now it is cute. And now it's like, that's what you think of when you think of Giannis. He's the Greek freak. It's a good nickname. But so yeah, he's always up to like funny antics when he's not in the court. You know, you can tell he's like in game mode when he's playing the game. But like, remember his little dad joke streak, you know, where he'd like come to the press conferences with like a ridiculous dad joke. And then also, I didn't want to tell that quick story when after the Bucks won the finals, you know, it's the next day. And a video went viral of Giannis and his brother Thanasis, who I swear to God we're getting to, in the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, and they ordered like, I'm gonna get this wrong, but it was like 50 plus chicken nuggets, and like that's what they were doing.
More than
that. It could have been hundreds, it could have been 500, I don't know, but most people would be out partying, you know, or whatever, and Giannis and Thanasis are, you know, in the line at Chick-fil-A ordering a ton of nuggets. So
just ripping those nugs.
So okay, last question on Giannis, and then we'll get into Thanasis here, I swear. What do you think about Giannis and his impact on Milwaukee? Because you got to Milwaukee in like 2016, right?
Yeah.
And so you kind of saw this come up of the city and Giannis. And it becoming, you know, kind of put it on the map a little bit. For
sure. I mean, it's hard to put in words. It was honestly like a feeling. Especially like, you know, those couple of years leading up to when they won the Big Kahuna. Like, I have not seen Milwaukee, like the city come together like that. And it was just such a cool feeling. I mean, Milwaukee, people say, actually, this is probably a proven statistic. It's one of the most like racially segregated cities in America.
It is.
And just the way that the city came together, like everybody was by the Fiserv Forum, watching the game outside, like freaking arm in arm, friggin' kumbaya. It was just so cool, and that couldn't have happened without him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and for those also who don't know, which we were not here during the dog days of the Bucks. Like we weren't focused on their terrible, terrible teams for whatever it was, 20 years. You know, honestly, I think it was since Ray Allen, which was early 2000s, I think, since they had made the playoffs. So we didn't witness all that. But this area around the Bucks stadium has exploded. And I know that's happened other places too, right? Like the Cubs, you know, around Wrigley, it's like this big, you know, kind of campus looking thing now, but it's called the Deer District for the Bucks. And I mean, it's just totally, like, even since I've been here, like totally revamped, like bars popping up, you know, restaurants, all this stuff. And I literally think without Giannis and this good Bucks team, none of this would have happened, you know?
I was thinking about that. Like, would we have the Fiserv Forum if it wasn't for Giannis?
I don't know when.
I don't know, like,
built.
what the timing was.
I don't either. That's a good. Write that down.
But he is like he's basically the mayor.
He is. Yeah, I would say he's. When you think of Milwaukee, probably the first person that you think of.
So there's no way to quantify or like value his impact on Milwaukee. Like,
yes.
There's no dollar amount you can put on it. It's just like a feeling.
It's a feeling. It's 100%.
He's brought us together.
It was magic.
Like there's not really a lot. There wasn't very much to be proud of.
I think that's fair.
But I mean, I don't know what cheese and beer is like what Milwaukee was known for.
It still is.
And like I can truly say like I'm proud to be from Milwaukee. Like we have this
100%.
cool freaking team.
It's on the come up. Yeah.
So that's it. You can't
quantify it, but it's massive. For everybody who doesn't know Giannis, it's massive. So now let's talk about his brother. Thanasis. So that's what we're here to talk about today. Thanasis is known as the Greek streak, which I did not know until we dove into research. No,
I've never heard that.
But that was the first thing that was said.
I've always heard Thanasty.
Thanasty for sure, too.
I've never heard the Greek streak.
Yeah, which is fair, but I think I guess people call him that. I don't know.
So why?
Like you said, why do they call him the Greek streak? That's a great question. He has this infectious energy. Like I would, if you're in a good place, if you're not in the car right now, stop, just look up Thanasis Antetokounmpo, watch a couple videos like of him playing or him on the bench. Like he's just this chaotic but like effective guy. And I think so. The key about the nickname though is that he's actually faster than Giannis. Like at least that's what.
Oh, so it's about speed.
I think that's why they call him the streak. Like it's like a streak.
Laser.
You know, he's like a laser. He is super fast, and he's obviously Greek. So I think that's kind of where, at least the research that I did, that's where it's kind of coming from.
Okay, so you said a word that is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean by chaotic? Because that does not sound good.
Yeah, and when I say chaotic, that's me describing at least how I feel about his play style. Because
like
he comes out there, dude, and he's going 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, and something that I'm going to get into, at this point, he only plays garbage minutes. And when I say garbage minutes, that's like the last 3 to 4 minutes of the game. The Bucks are either up by 1,000,000 or down by 1,000,000. Those are pretty much the only times he gets in at this point. And when he's out there, man, it is like he's fouling or he's throwing down the craziest dunk you've ever seen in your life. He's blocking. He's just all like he is whipping around. Like you can tell who Thanasis is just the way he is moving around the court. And it's not necessarily a bad thing.
It probably throws off the other team a little bit.
I think it does. It does, yeah. And that's honestly when he was having more of an impact on the game, like in more meaningful minutes. That's kind of what they would put him in to do is like Thanasis go cause chaos. Like that's kind of what it seemed like. He would foul someone immediately and then get taken out of the game.
That would be my job.
Yeah.
I would want that
Katie,
job.
go hit this guy. So that's where the nickname's coming from. That's kind of his play style. He's a very smiley guy. He's the guy on the bench. Like he's the first one off the bench when the like boys are coming off the court, like hyping everybody up. Like that's who he is. A couple important things to highlight, just so people know he's not just this like chaotic energy guy who's there. So obviously he won an NBA championship in 2021. He was there. He definitely, he's one of the 12, 13 guys on the roster, right? So like no one can take that away from Thanasis. He played in the G League before hitting the NBA. For those who don't know, the G League's kind of like the development league. That's like the minor leagues, of baseball, right? Before he was in the NBA, he was a 2-time Greek All-Star Game MVP. So first of all, he's in the All-Star Game. You know what I mean? In a different league, I understand. So the play level isn't probably quite as high. But 2-time MVP in their All-Star Game. Also participated in their dunk contest. And I want to say that because the guy has hops. Like, he can throw down.
He participated in the Greek
dunk contest, correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is cool. I didn't find any videos on it, but that was said in numerous places. So, just comparison size-wise, Giannis to Thanasis. Thanasis is 6'6", 205 pounds. Giannis is 6'11", and 243 pounds. So, Thanasis is quite a bit smaller. He's more of like a shooting guard type of size.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. What I want to talk about a little bit stats-wise, this is for a lot of like stats nerds, like I consider myself, will know what this is. But so I had you pull up LeBron's basketball reference page.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know what basketball reference is, which a lot of people won't, it's just like this crazy hub of so much information on stats, on teams, players. Like, it is crazy. It has literally everything. You can get so lost in it. And honestly, like,
who's updating this?
That's a great question. I actually have no idea.
This?
I have no idea. But there's a basketball reference page, football, soccer.
It looks
baseball.
like this site was made in like the early 90s.
Yeah, it is very like Excel-y. Like, it's just the numbers. But that's all you're looking for on it. That's all you need. So,
but this is what you're looking at a lot?
All the time. Like,
That's really
I will
weird.
honestly, when I have free time, like, I'll just start typing in random players. That's what
really
happens.
strange.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I get it. I know it's not normal, but that's my time killer. Like, I'm not going on Instagram. I'm going on basketball reference page. So the reason why I'm having you do this, though, is do you have LeBron's pulled up?
Yeah.
So just tell me what you notice about LeBron's, like, just overall. Anything pop out to you?
I'm looking at the summary area.
Just like where it says like all his stats, like his teams that he was on and the numbers, stats.
I'm not seeing that.
Scroll down to where it says
Totals
per game.
per game.
It's like the second thing.
Per 36 minutes.
I don't know what you're on.
Per game. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Okay. So,
okay.
And what do you notice about that? Like, what do you call it? It's not a chart. What is that
It's
called?
kind of a chart.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
table?
Table. That's what I'm looking for. What do you call? What do you notice? Anything pop out?
There's some big numbers. What's MP?
Minutes played.
Okay, yeah, so those are 42 minutes played. Is that what I'm looking at?
I'm looking at more like general things. So here's what I know.
What's G?
Games.
Oh.
Here's what I noticed. For someone like LeBron is the best looking basketball reference page out there, in my opinion. Obviously, there's other guys with some. Longevity is like craziness. Like, he has played.
Yeah, because I was looking at this first line.
Yeah.
His age is 19.
19, and now he's what, 40?
He's 41.
Exactly.
It says.
And he's played majority of every season. So, like, craziness. And it's like every team that he's on, right, there's a little bit of longevity there too, right? So there's some like 4 and 5 year stuff, but and then it's just crazy stats, super high number, super high volume, everything, right? So I wanted you to do that because now type in Thanasis Antetokounmpo at the top.
Thanasis.
And while you're doing that, here's why I want to talk about this, because Thanasis has maybe the weirdest looking basketball reference page I've
it says
ever
his
seen.
Nickname is Thanasty.
Which it totally
But
is.
it doesn't list...
say the Greek streak. Okay, so maybe he made that up and he's like typing it on Google. He's like, please call me the Greek streak. Okay.
Please call me the Greek streak.
So Thanasis is weird, right? Because that longevity of LeBron's, right? There's some major gaps, right? It's the first 2 years listed did not play. He was in another pro league and that's because he declared for the draft in 2013 but didn't get drafted. So that's why that starts. And then he plays 2 games for the New York Knicks. 2 games and that's it. And he's done. And very limited minutes, very limited stats there. And then it's 3 more seasons in another pro league, which for the other pro league sections, for those who aren't looking at this, they just write other pro league. So like all the stats are gone, you know? So 3 straight years of did not play other pro league. So huge gap. And then he's on the Bucks 2019. And then you get a little bit of this 5 years of experience, right, with the Bucks. But once again, look at those numbers. They're so much lower than like LeBron, you know? So like, I mean, just very general topics. Like his points he's averaging 2.8, 2.9, 3.6, 1.4, 0.9 over the course of the 5 years. So the reason why I'm highlighting this is he's not getting a lot of playing time. He's not out there. So he's just not. And then he has a DNP, did not play for a whole season. He had an Achilles injury last year. And now he's back with the Bucks.
He's back
with the Bucks. So all of this to say is Thanasis isn't playing a ton. But what do you know about Thanasis as a player / as just like a person? Like,
what do I know about him as a person?
Or a player? Like, what are the people saying?
What are the people saying?
Yeah.
Well, I know that we were talking about how he's just like a positive force on the team.
Yeah.
I know he's like, people say Giannis isn't going to do well unless, you know, his bro was on the sideline.
Yeah.
You know, he's that motivator for him. He's the emotional support for the teammates, for Giannis.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like a humble dude.
Yeah.
Who's bringing the vibes.
Yeah.
He's bringing the vibes.
Vibe setter. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's...
What would you add to that?
No, I think that's all true. I think the debate that a lot of people would say and argue is that Thanasis is only on the team because his brother is amazing. And that his brother probably wants his brother on the team.
Well, yeah. And if that's the case, that's fine.
Exactly. I think a lot of people
would say
you'll take Thanasis.
That's a critical role.
Agreed. But my point is that he's still a decent player. Like, people say he's terrible. That is what a lot of NBA fans are like. He's not good. But my argument is that he's pretty decent and that he's athletic. He just doesn't get any time. And he probably shouldn't, realistically. But he's good enough to be on the team, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go here into how his teammates have described Thanasis, because obviously no one would know that better than the people around him, you know? Because, like, in my head, honestly, before I read this, I was like, dude, I wonder if they, like, really don't like him, you know? Like,
his teammates?
Yeah, I was debating that, because it's like, oh, he's just on the team because of his brother. Like, that's how I'm picturing these guys thinking. But we're going to find out is that's not true.
Okay.
Also, one key thing to say is Thanasis actually scored 27 points in a game one time. They gave him, like, significant minutes, and he scored 27 points in a game.
When was that?
2022 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was definitely like they played all the guys who don't normally play, but he scored 27 points.
That's so beautiful.
He had decent stats. So when they gave him playing time, he scored 27 points. I'm just saying.
Were the Cavs good?
I don't know if they were good in 2022. That's a good question. Oh. I'm pretty sure it was like kind of like just garbage minute game. But anyways, okay. So Thanasis as a teammate. This is the general summary here, and then I'm going to go into some specifics. Okay.
Okay.
So people have said he's an incredibly hardworking guy, high energy, positive force with exceptional character. He's a crucial locker room presence. He's a motivator, emotional support for his teammates, especially Giannis. He's known for his intense practice habits, so he's very hardworking. He has infectious enthusiasm that is elevating the team morale and performance. He's a reliable, humble guy, brings positive vibes, and goes 100% at all times. He's valuable, and he's overlooked, and he's an overlooked part of the team's success, is what I'm saying. So, Jeff Teague, do you remember Jeff Teague at all? Katie?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, I kind of remember
Yeah.
his name.
Jeff T.
Well, he was a little bit smaller.
Yeah, he's a point guard. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, he was like a pretty decently well-known guy in the NBA for a long time, and the Bucks got him towards the end of his career. But Jeff T.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Jeff T. got some interesting info on Thanasis. So here's what Jeff T. said: Giannis can't play or function if he doesn't see his brother. I'm being for real.
If he doesn't have eyes.
Exactly.
On Thanasis.
And so this is going into my next quote, because I don't know if you remember this, but the Bucks were down 0-2 in the finals.
Yeah.
2-0. And who wasn't there for the first 2 games?
Thanasis?
Thanasis was not there because he had COVID. And so basically I'm going to, kind of summarize what he said, because he said a lot of things probably that I maybe shouldn't say, but he's like, basically Thanasis had COVID and he just came back with COVID. Because without Thanasis there, Giannis was kind of freaking out. So, this is the quote. Thanasis came back from being out with COVID, game 3 after going down 0-2. He came back in the locker room and was yelling and screaming, getting everyone hyped. And I'm like, yeah, he matters.
Yeah, he does.
He matters.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which is kind of cool. So also I want to talk about someone that you talked about earlier, Bobby Portis, who is
Bobby.
He's a Bucks legend at this point. Everyone loves him. He's got these crazy eyes. Also, just like an infectious energy type of guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, but Bobby's good, I would say. Bobby's a good player. He's like our 6th man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about him. And so the question on this podcast that Bobby was on was about Thanasis, which it seems like all the players call him TA. So when I say TA, I'm talking about Thanasis. Yeah, TA does this.
Okay.
Can he actually hoop, or is he just an energy guy? Bobby says, he's a great guy and a great player. People don't actually understand. Bro really got game, though, for real. He brings a level of leadership as well, holding guys accountable. Everybody respects what he does because of how hard he works on a daily basis. I can't say nothing wrong about the man. He works just as hard as everybody else does. He might not get the opportunity, but when it's winning time, he's always right there with us, spreading the positivity and always staying positive. Bobby Portis.
That's our guy.
That's our freaking guy. Last quote from a player, because I think this one might be the most important. Mm-hmm. Remember our guy, Damian Lillard?
Dame time, baby.
So Damian Lillard might even be close to a household name.
Okay.
That's how I would say. So Damian stepped in for the Bucks for, 3 years? Went by really fast. But
it did. I would have guessed. Oh no, 3 sounds right.
It was disappointing. We were all super hyped.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, Dame and Giannis are going to be sick together. And just truthfully, it seemed like they never clicked, and a lot of injuries back and forth between, like, they really didn't play a ton together between Damian and Giannis. But Damian Lillard, kind of like a all business guy a lot of the time. Here's what he said on Thanasis. Here's the thing about TA, which is Thanasis. People try to be funny, but I would put good money that a lot of those people talking on Twitter wouldn't be able to beat him in the game of one-on-one. Like, he's extremely strong defensively. He's big. He's strong. He's athletic. He's competitive. It's disrespectful. I see a lot of stuff on social media about TA. There's people who think that they are more talented and have more ability, but they could never take his spot. You're not going to find a guy that's more about the team and shows up and works hard.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Who's saying those things? Like, is it
Yeah.
the average Joe, or is it LeBron James who's talking smack?
LeBron's not talking
okay,
smack.
Well, who's talking smack?
I think for the most part, I mean, could you probably find a quote from someone saying Thanasis isn't good from the NBA? Maybe, but for the most part, it's just like, Matt Hall sitting on his couch being like, that guy's not good.
Yeah.
I could beat that guy.
So because my question was like, is there anyone who doesn't like Thanasis as a player, and it sounds like people don't.
I think a lot of.
But
Yeah.
but like from a, I mean, like, so I saw a comment.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah, he's cool if you like arrogant people.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what the exact wording was, but like, is that?
I think some people might feel that way, but I think the tried and true, and obviously I'm biased, but I think if you really know Giannis, if you know the story, and you kind of really know Thanasis, you know that he's not just this like nepotism story where he's just there because of his brother. Like he's good, and he's apparently a really good teammate.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm not saying this guy should be a starting shooting guard, but he should be on it. Yeah. He should be on this team. Yeah. There's a place for him on this team. So
it's beautiful, Matt.
That's mostly what I want to say about Thanasis. I know you have some info here. One quick note.
Yeah.
Just on the, because Giannis has other brothers, which I think you're gonna.
3 other brothers
outside of Thanasis. Yeah. And 2 of the 3 have been around the NBA enough to highlight. First of all, so his other brother Costas, or I think it's actually pronounced Costas, but anyways, he won the first ring of the brothers. He won a championship.
That's beautiful.
With the Lakers in 2020.
Did he play much?
No, but he got a ring. So yeah, he got a ring. I think he might have played like 3 games, 5 games, something like that. But you get a ring if you play. So he won a championship in 2020, and then Giannis and Thanasis won in 2021. So the 3 of the brothers got an NBA ring. So beautiful. And then they have another younger brother, Alex Antetokounmpo. He's playing with the Wisconsin Herd right now, which is our G League team. So is
it like the farm?
Kind of.
Like a farm?
It's kind of, but he's on a 2-way deal, so he's technically on the Bucks roster. So this made them the first 3 brothers on the same team ever. So they made history. He didn't even have to step on the court, and he hasn't played in the NBA yet. But he's on the roster. I did a deep dive into how the Wisconsin Herd are doing, and Alex, and it doesn't seem like maybe he's the highest level talent, but he's getting some minutes and he's doing some things. So, but he's definitely not like the best on their team. Doing some things. So, and there's some good guys on their roster, like Victor Oladipo, who was like a 2-time All-Star in the NBA. He's on the Wisconsin Herd right now, which is kind of interesting. So he's playing with some high-level guys. But anyways, so Alex, Giannis, Thanasis are technically the first 3 brothers, all on the same roster. Okay, tell us what you got, Kate.
Well, so you know me. I like to know about their little lives, their little personalities, their little families. So I watched that Giannis documentary the other night. Did you watch it?
Not recently, but I definitely have seen it. It was probably like a year ago.
Yeah. So something that was clear to me is just how much of an impact Thanasis made. He was a catalyst for Giannis to gain interest in basketball. I don't think they obviously didn't mention this in the documentary, but Thanasis is a girl dad. And how cute is that? He grew up with 4 brothers, and now he's a girl dad. He has 3 girls, 3 daughters, with his longtime partner, Katya.
Cute. Love
that. Super cute. Let's see. Born in Athens, Greece. We talked about that. So another kind of main theme from that documentary is like their relationship with home and like what it means to be home, because they were not citizens of Greece until 2013.
So kind of like right when they came over to the States,
I guess.
right?
I guess. So I mean, I feel like,
or at least Giannis.
My interpretation is that like that relationship with Greece has to be kind of complicated because not only that, but what it means to like be at home. And really what it comes down to for the boys is home is where their family is. So I think that's, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. So Milwaukee's their home. Right
now.
They kind of go back to Greece a lot, though, which is interesting.
Well, so yeah, I think that Giannis's wife just moved to Greece.
His wife moved to Greece?
I think.
With the kids?
With the kids. I think that's what I
Wow,
heard.
okay. T. Maybe he's
so,
going back.
Yeah. So their parents are from Nigeria, grew up in the Athens neighborhood of Sepolia.
Nice.
Their dad was a soccer player. His mom was apparently a former high jumper.
Huh.
Life in Nigeria in the 80s and 90s was challenging, so they looked to Europe for opportunities. They went looking for greener pastures, is how they put it in the documentary, looking for a better life. Something kind of sad.
I remember this.
They had to leave Francis behind. He was the oldest. They left him behind because it was a hard journey, I guess. So all the other brothers were born in Greece, and meanwhile Francis is just chilling with his grandparents
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Oh, I feel bad for Francis.
I know, but I mean, I think he's doing okay because I think he played soccer and now he's like a rapper or something.
Okay.
Or a musician, some sort of musician.
Yeah, nice.
So going back to the boys, they would go to the internet cafe down the street to watch NBA highlights. That's kind of where their dream to be in the NBA started.
Started in the internet cafe.
Thanasis was the first to join the league before Giannis.
Not on a team. He declared for the draft. That's what you corrected me on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He wasn't.
Okay.
Giannis, I think, is the first to step foot on the court for an NBA team.
Okay.
But Thanasis declared first
for
the draft, but he didn't get drafted.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So before NBA, he was on that Greek team. His first job with the team was to mop the floors. But after that, he was like the guy in Greece.
Thanasis was.
Yeah. He was the guy.
Yeah.
Like before, like for a few years, I think, and then they were like, "Oh, well, I heard his brother might have some skills."
Yeah.
But so Thanasis was the guy in Greece for a long time. Let's fast forward to the NBA 2013 draft. Only Thanasis and Giannis could come to the draft because the rest of their family was undocumented.
Oh, that's kind of sad. It's just the boys.
It was just the boys.
Yeah.
And I mean, that had to just be such a culture shock, like just a crazy experience in itself.
Yeah.
And I guess they were like flying in first class or something, and they were like, well, we probably shouldn't like drink alcohol, like spend money. So Thanasis asked for a Shirley Temple. Like, where did he learn that? Where did he get that?
I'll take a Shirley
So that's
Temple.
what they were drinking.
Yeah. He was
on
21 also, which is funny.
So that's what they were drinking on the plane to the draft, was Shirley Temples.
Yeah.
The other highlight from that documentary, how big of an impact their dad had on their lives.
Yeah.
I think I remember that game that Giannis played after his dad died, and he like just went off.
Yeah, I remember that too, because everyone was like, "Oh crap."
Yeah. Passed away from a heart attack at the age of 54. It was a huge loss.
Yeah.
Huge loss for the family. It was hard for both of the brothers to acclimate to the United States, especially without their parents or brothers nearby. Thanasis recalled a day off from the G League when he flew to Milwaukee for the second time ever. He was trying to rent a car, but he couldn't because he wasn't 25 yet.
Yeah.
Eventually, he was able to get the car. So this is funny.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a GPS. So he's rolling into Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Gets a car. Does not have a GPS, and he's like, I've got to get to Giannis's house.
Yeah.
So he starts driving, just aimlessly, I think.
Yeah.
He was traveling for at least 40 minutes, which, I mean, if for
you
those who don't,
anywhere
you can get anywhere. You can get, like...
You can get halfway to Green Bay.
He's driving around for 40 minutes, eventually walks into a dive bar to ask for help. I wonder what bar that was.
I would love to know.
Some friendly patrons helped him find the right direction.
Oh my god.
But in the end, it was no easy task to find Giannis's house. In all, he comes to visit. They only spent like 5-6 hours together.
Before Thanasis went back to his D-League team?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I just like the, coming to the States was tough. But I feel like They've taken it in stride.
Yeah.
The people love them.
The people love them. I think it bonded them a lot too. It seems. I mean, like obviously they were tight before, but
yeah,
being the two brothers in Milwaukee, and, know, kind of paving the way a little bit.
So they've gone through a lot.
They've gone through a lot, but
together.
It's crazy kind of where they're at now. And you know, you wrote this down, but you know, Thanasis has his own podcast, which maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe we could
collab.
Yeah, so
sure
Thanasis, if you're listening,
yeah.
Come on the show.
We'll take you over here. Yeah, it's called the Thanasis.
Or if you want me to come on your show.
Yeah, we would do that too. If you need us.
I think he wants me.
Probably just you. Yeah, for sure. But I had listened to bits and pieces of his podcast before. This was the first time I've listened to a full episode, so I listened to the episode with Chris Middleton, which
what?
Yeah.
Was this recent?
Not too long ago. Yeah, it was like Chris Middleton's it was like the day before, first time back in Milwaukee, because he's on the Washington Wizards now, and they're all, you know, catching up just as friends. You know, it's Thanasis and Chris for a while, and then Giannis jumps in, and they're just talking about like the whole come up of the Bucks together. And because at the beginning, you know, it was kind of just Chris and Giannis trying to like figure out how to play it together because they were like the two big scorers, right? So, anyways, but yeah, Thanasis has some like pretty in depth questions, and you can tell he's like in all these moments. Like when Giannis and Chris are talking about, you know, the big moments, 2019 through 2021 or 2021, Thanasis is right there. Thanasis is like, oh, I stepped in and broke up that fight, or you know. So he's just like such a. He seems like he's one of the most vocal guys on the team. Yeah. Even though he's not always on the court. So that's the nasty. Any other things on Thanasis?
Just a cool guy.
Cool guy.
I'm happy that they've chosen Milwaukee as their home.
Agreed. And I hope, I
do hope they stay. I hope we've been as good to them as they've been to us.
Yeah, I hope we treat Giannis well with whatever's coming next. It
whatever
seems like
he
something's
needs.
coming. Yeah, come on over. Whatever you need. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So that's good. So the way we're going to wrap up these episodes is with like a short story each. You know, it can either be like current events that are kind of going on, just like interesting sports stories, or, you know, something from a long time ago. So do you want to go first? We each brought something.
Sure, I can go first.
You go first.
The only thing I like better than a little guy is an old guy. You know, doing their thing. So we're gonna switch gears from basketball to football.
What kind of football? Soccer?
Oh no, not American football. Soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer.
Okay, cool.
Here's the headline. Japanese forward Kazuyoshi Maeda, he's 58, extended his record-breaking professional soccer career, signing with the 3rd Division J-League team Fukushima United FC. He's the oldest pro soccer player in the world. He's turning 59 in February. Happy early birthday.
Oh my god.
So, who do we know that's...
Dad's like 62. So picture, right?
Yeah,
so picture Dad, essentially.
Can you imagine him like whipping it on the field?
I can't imagine Dad doing a sprint.
But so I'm looking at this guy. King Kazu, they call him.
Yeah.
He's like a good looking dude.
Is he? Does he look 59?
No, he's...
Look up.
Look him up.
Look up pic. Kazuyoshi.
So, I mean, I want to talk about this. Some people say that talking about his age, having that be like the leading thing, is kind of tainting his legacy because, you know, the reason why he's been allowed to play for this long is how talented he is. His passion and willingness to do anything it takes to keep playing. He's played for 40 professional seasons dating back to the mid-'80s. And, you know, people have asked him, dude, why are you still doing this? And he said, I don't have any reason to stop right now. I still want to keep getting better.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I don't love anything that much.
To do it for... Oh my god.
He made his professional debut in 1986 in Brazil. He traveled to Brazil on his own at the age of 15 to play football.
Oh my god.
Play soccer. He also holds the distinction of having played professional soccer in 5 separate decades. Since 1993, he's been married to the former actress and model Risako Shitara, which, talk about good-looking people.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I looked up Kazuyo. He's a good-looking guy.
See?
Silver Fox.
Yeah. So, happy early birthday to King Kazu.
Nice.
Congratulations on extending your career.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
If you're a player on the other team, are you going to be like mean to him about being old? Like, move over, old man.
There's probably some of that.
Do you think?
Yeah, there's probably some of that, but it's probably all in good fun. They probably all respect it. I mean, just from the short blurb, they gotta respect this guy. It reminds me of, and not just because he's Japanese, but it reminds me of Ichiro Suzuki in the MLB. Like, Ichiro played until he was like 44, 45.
Yeah.
And he was still kind of balling. It was like, he's still good enough to be on the team. You know who
this reminds me of? Grandpa Rossi.
Yeah. David Ross, former catcher for the Chicago Cubs, former Chicago Cubs manager as well.
Clarifying.
Yeah, just so people... Grandpa Rossi might not be clear for everybody. Yeah.
And, he owned it.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you can't still play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, David Ross hit a home run in Game 7 of the World Series. So guy could still hit. You know? And,
I think what's key is to have the mentality of exactly what King Kazu said. Like, he just wants to keep getting better.
Right.
He knows. Like, if you are somebody who's like, I'm the best I'm ever going to be. Yeah. That's when you start to.
Yeah. Start to lose it. Yeah. Agreed.
From my professional opinion as a sports expert.
Yeah, exactly. That's beautiful. Do you mind if I go into my story?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so it's funny that they're similar stories. For sure. So I want to talk to everybody about Phillip Rivers. And so if you're listening to this like right now on January 4th, 2026, like you might have heard what happened in the NFL. So do you know much about Phillip Rivers?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to give you the short summary just so people know if you don't know Phillip Rivers. So Phillip Rivers spent 17 years in the NFL as a quarterback. He was like basically a starter, I think, for 15 of those years. So he had 16 years on San Diego / the Los Angeles Chargers, and then one with the Indianapolis Colts at the end of his career. So that was the end of his career until something insane happened just a few weeks ago. I've genuinely never seen anything like this, and I still don't fully understand like the why behind it. But so Phillip Rivers retired after a really solid career at the age of 39. That's some really good tenure, especially for the NFL. He was pretty electric without diving too deep. I would say he's probably a top 10 quarterback of all time. He's 6th all time in touchdowns. He's 8th all time in passing yards. He never won a Super Bowl, but he was on some really good Chargers teams, and like that Colts team at the end of his career was also really good. So here's the thing. He was done with football after the 2020 season. Or so we thought. The guy has been coaching high school football for the last 4.5 years. So he's been out of professional football close to 5 years now, until the Colts had a couple QB injuries a few weeks ago.
Oh
they gave
God.
McCall.
I know where this is going.
They gave McCall and brought him out of retirement. And he was the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts again at the age of 44. So he did, since then, this was just a couple days ago, but he re-retired again. But he got to play 3 games. The Colts went 0-3, so they didn't get a dub. But he threw for 4 touchdowns. He had a few picks, but he was averaging about 180 yards each game. And I saw each kind of review on him playing in these 3 games. It was he's pretty solid. He came, it did not look like he took time off. So it was electric. And he kept the Colts in each of those games. They didn't get murdered. They were in each of those 3 games. So how freaking cool is that?
There's got to be a movie about this.
There might be. he's such a lovable guy too. Like watch a video on Philip, like he's like southern, kind of southern country guy. Like, I'm back in the NFL. I'm just not taking it for granted. Whatever, things like that.
Oh my God, I can't.
It's beautiful. So a couple just quick things on this too. So since he played, again, he gets 5 more years of insurance, and he has like a lot of kids, so huge for the family. The other thing is, so he's like a for sure Hall of Famer, like no doubter, and he was just about to pretty much get inducted like next year, but now it kicks it back an additional 5 years. Because there's a rule that states that players must be retired for at least 5 seasons before they can be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But anyways,
I guess he doesn't care about that.
He doesn't. He said
it's the love of the game.
He was extremely excited. What kind of was the key for him? So he's a high school football coach, and he's going to go right back into doing that. But he hoped that the whole endeavor showed his high school boys that he just wasn't afraid. He didn't have any fear of hopping back into the big moment. So they shouldn't be afraid of their big moments. Yeah. So we got some old guys doing some cool things.
Who is this high school team?
I don't know. We'll have to look into it. I don't know.
It's like his local.
I think it's like where either where his
like those are some lucky kids.
He might have fun. Yeah. If your high school coach played in the NFL, like that's the real
crazy.
deal. So
love it.
That's what we got today. We wanted to give some shout outs. Should we?
Yeah. The name of our podcast is The Dogs.
The Dogs.
And, to really, like, feel good about it, maybe that's not the right way to phrase it, but we went to our family looking for name suggestions.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Katie came up with The Dogs.
I did.
Like, right away.
I did.
And we felt good, but we didn't want to be like, that's it.
Yeah, let's see if there's not anything else.
Exactly.
So, Matt, I'll let you start.
We'll switch off one by one.
Okay.
So
here were the other name contenders
in consideration. So some of these I have no idea what they mean, but the Rusty and Sideboard Show. Our Uncle Mitch said that.
The other one from our Uncle Mitch was Smell the Sports Butt,
which was very close.
Thank you, Uncle Mitch, for your contributions.
Auntie Shell, our Aunt Michelle, threw in Sibling Rivalry Sports Talk and Game On with Matt and Katie. Which
those are good.
Those pretty good.
Those
yeah,
potential.
For sure.
Our dad, shout out Dad, the Over and Underdogs. That was
good. Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His other ones were Who Knew? Sports. Go Dog Go. And this was my favorite.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't fit like the vibe we're going for.
For sure.
Hall and Goats. Like,
I know Hall and Oates, yeah.
Well, but like goats.
Yeah, I'm like greatest of all time. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So thank you, Dad. And then the last one to highlight was from Kelly Easley. She said, "Who let the dogs out?" Which I think is good too and kind of fun.
That's super fun. Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Coach Cal. So that's it for us. Episode 1 in the books. This was about Thanasis Antetokounmpo. A couple highlights of the old dudes. A lot of Giannis talk.
Doing their thing.
Hope you liked it. Anything you want to mention, shout out before we wrap up?
No, I mean, we'd love to hear from our listeners. Let us know what you thought. I don't know what our next topic is going to be. But if you have any ideas, shoot them our way. Mm-hmm. A key thing for our listeners to know, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Is that what the
That's
podcast
what people say.
Hit that subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
Because I think that'll really help us, grow the pod, make it be something.
Yeah. We're going after this, people.
We're going after it.
We're going places.
And you are here at the start of the journey.
Welcome to the start of the Dogs Podcast. Thanks for listening. Right on.